Hi, Beethoven. I haven't made a video in a while for you guys because we've been doing our private lessons, but I have been, with almost all of you, I have started to introduce a new technique called extensions. And this is we're doing a backward extension right now. If I have not done this with you, do not do this video, please, okay? However, if I have done this with you, this is a good video to come back to if you feel like something is just not quite right. And that happens a lot, where you get something in a lesson and then you take it home without me, and suddenly you can't do it, or it feels weird. You must be doing something weird. This is the video you want to come to, okay? Just to help yourself out a little bit, okay? Okay, so let's start. Reminder, if we have not done extensions, we will get to them very soon. But if we have not done them, do not do them here. Wait for me, I promise. Doing it with me in person is better than a video, okay? All right, but for those of you who have, I'm going to take you through this, and I'm just going to do a quick reminder of everything, and then we'll work through it. All right, so just a reminder, you're going to start in first position, okay? And we start very similarly to how we started our shift. We'll start with a G. We'll lift our hands. We'll slide forward toward G sharp. Okay, now here's the part where the extension really starts. The reason I had a slide to the G sharp was mainly just so you were in familiar territory with your extension, okay? Now we need to add more space under our fingers in order to be able to extend. So we want to start by lifting our arm. The one thing you never want to do is lift your elbow, okay? So if you can, get a mirror and look what you're doing. But you want to lift your whole arm, and what that does is it puts more space under your hand, okay? And the reason is because we're going to take a finger and we're going to push it really back, and we still need it to be above the string. If we didn't do that, our finger would be below, like our knuckle would be below below the fingerboard, and that is a really weak position. I apologize if you can hear the screaming. My kids are home. So that is where we want to be. So once again, I'm in G sharp. I've lifted my hand, and now all I'm going to do is extend my first finger straight back. There is a trick though. Some people prefer to extend and to push their elbow forward while they extend. So it's one motion. That is optional. Not all people need that. Some people feel more comfortable just pushing their elbow out. That is optional, and you should play around with that to find what works for you, okay? I have used both, okay? So then once your elbow is high, you push your first finger back till it hits your first finger tape, your E, okay? And just a reminder about the shape of your first finger. It should be straight. I demonstrated with a lot of you. It's kind of like pecking your nose. I had a teacher describe it to me once like that, which is ridiculous and silly, but it's pretty accurate, okay? You don't go up there with a curved finger. You go with a pretty straight finger. And one more reminder about this position is that your thumb is always under 2. The extension only happens between the first 2 fingers. And this, your hand stays absolutely balanced in your 4th finger, 3rd finger, and 2nd finger, okay? So this extension is very similar to a dancer lifting her leg away from her body. Her balance point is still very much in her body, on her other leg, balancing her here, but the leg is extended from the body, okay? So you never want to try to rebalance towards your extension. That will just mess everything up, okay? All right, I've talked at you a lot. Let's do it a couple times, okay? So if you want to join me, lift your wrist, okay? We're going to start in first position, okay? And I'm going to walk you through this, okay? Let's play our G. 1, 2, play your G. Now let's lift our hand and let's slide forward to G sharp. Our hand is perfectly set, okay? 1, 2, play G sharp. Very good. Now we're going to get ready for extension. I'm going to lift my whole arm. I can feel it under my under my armpit. Lift my whole arm, and now I'm going to do my extension. I'm going to push my finger straight back. I might even push my elbow forward. Now I'm going to lift my fingers and play my E. 1, 2, play your E. Notice that my 4, 3, and 2 are still hovered above G sharp, G, and F sharp. I have not left this position. You're going to put your 4th finger back down for your G sharp and play G sharp. 1, 2, play G sharp. Notice I was still extended. I had not closed my extension. Now close your extension. You can drop your elbow back again and play G sharp. Lift your hand again and slide back to G natural. Okay? That was one time. I will do it now in a little bit quicker motion without explaining each step. Okay? Join me. Okay, first position. 1, 2, play your G. Let's lift, let's shift to G sharp. Lift your elbow, first finger back to E. Place your 4th finger back down. Close your extension hand, play. Lift and shift back to G. Good, let's do that again. Ready? 1, 2, ready, G. Lift, shift, G sharp. Elbow up, first finger extended. Place your extension, 4th finger. Slide your hand and close it. Slide your whole hand back. Okay? Very good. So you can take that and you can start doing that on another string too. I would probably recommend doing your A string first, and then you can hop over to G, and then when you're super comfortable, we can do C. But you might even feel more comfortable waiting for C, your C string extension until you see me. One more little explanation before we leave today. If I say close your hand, a closed hand position is a hand position where all 4 fingers are spaced just a half step apart. That is your first position, hand position. That is the hand position we've been playing. And open, you can call this, it can be extended or open, okay? So this is closed, this is open. Sometimes I'll refer to it as extended, sometimes I'll refer to it as open. Those two terms are exchangeable, okay? So that's just a good note for yourself. A closed hand position is the hand position you've already been doing, where all 4 fingers are evenly spaced. An open hand position is when you actually open your hand up, okay? All right, I think that's a pretty good start for this. Please work on this, okay? Maybe just fast forward my talking once you're done with it and just do the little steps with me a bunch, okay? All right, you guys, I will see you in your lessons. Bye.